Being one of the sector that got hit by the pandemic really hard, the property sector is one of the sectors targeted in the National Economic Recovery Program, whereas government plans to extend national economic recovery through payment holiday for mortgage loan.
Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs, Erlangga Hartarto said the government will expand the national economic recovery, one of which is a payment holiday for home ownership loans or mortgage. The result was capital market warmly welcomed the government's plan. Last week, property issuers closed positive. Property index last Friday went up 0.88%. The leader went to Alam Sutra Realty that went up 11.9% to the level of 131 rupiah per share. From all sources for IDX Channel.
And yes, viewers, being one of the sectors that got hit by the pandemic really hard, the property sector is now targeted in the National Economic Recovery Agenda. And recently, the government plans to extend national economic recovery through a payment holiday for mortgage loan. And the result was quite significant when government rolled out such plan. Property sector went up 0.88% last Friday, and some big caps property stocks went higher its resistance level. And to examine more on markets perspective, here live by Zoom, we are going to have further discussions with Hendrico Gani as a technical analyst of Sikor Securitas. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi. Good. Thank you. How about you?
Really good. Thank you for asking. Yes, sir. Just jump into the core. Big capitalization's property stock went up significantly after the government rolled out the plans to ease mortgage loan. And as we can see, for example, Alam Sutra Realty went up 12% and LPKR went up 4.2% last Friday. Do you think that it has correlations with government plans in the easing of the mortgage loans?
Yeah, I think the increase in property sector last Friday is correlated to that stimulus, and right now the REI is also urging the government to reduce the property taxes, which I believe if it happens, it will boost property demand, in the property sector.
Of course, it's one of the way of government to boost domestic consumptions in the property sector. But however, as we can see, last Friday was in the level of 0.88% higher. But however, today, Monday, it was weakening by 0.88% in the property sector. How can you assess this?
Yeah, I think it's because our GCI is also decreasing. We went down from almost all sectors here, and also our regional in China, Singapore, and also Hong Kong and else is weakening. Also, the Euro and global indexes are also weakening. So I think it's we have a correction here also in property sector.
Of course, sir. So do you think that property sector has any chance to gain up again?
I think for a long term, yeah. Yeah, I think for the long term, our property sector is still attractive, and the property sector stocks, is traded at attractive valuation, and also will have a good future with this positive sentiment.
Of course, sirs. And when we talk about segmented area, here we got so many segments in the property sector. Which segment is poised to deliver better returns in this case? Do you think it's a residential, or probably it's a malls, or even industrial areas?
I think the good sector is from industrial and property. Residential and the industrial sector, because malls need to boost their occupancy, while residential and industrial has many stimulus there, and I think it will boost the demand more than the malls, I think.
Oh, I see, sir. So from your perspective, it is more to industrial areas and residentials rather than the malls?
Malls, yeah.
Okay, sir. It's really interesting. But when we talk about mortgage loans, we have to admit that we have to know about the banking sector as well. And in here, Mortgage Focus Bank, or Bank Tabungan Negara, as we call it as BBTN, has received government bonds allocations for 5 trillion rupiah in September 2022. And later on, December 2022, the number will go up by 30 trillion rupiah. And specifically, if we talk about mortgage loan that is channelized by the BTN, it will be at around 5.2 trillion rupiah in September, and the number will go up in December by 8.2 trillion rupiah. So do you think that this is a signal for a property sector to go up again in the end of the year?
Yeah, we hope so, but we need more confirmation regarding to that. I mean, like, we have to look at the property market, the real sector, if the property sales is going to increase or no, because if the stimulus isn't responded to by the market, I think the stock rally won't go further.
All right, sir. If you state it that way, we can see that this is such a good sentiment from the government to is the mortgage loan. But however, we cannot even deny that just a week before, Jakarta just held re-implemented of the large-scale social restrictions, and of course, this brings negative sentiment through the property sector, as we know that much property companies put more efforts in cutting marketing sales. But which one is stronger, actually? Do you think that it is stronger if we put negative sentiment from large-scale social restrictions, or is it stronger if we put government to ease mortgage loan?
For right now, I think property sector has discounted enough, right? Traded at attractive valuation and looking with the technical, with the price movement. I think the market has received the positive sentiment more than the negative sentiment right now.
Okay, but then when we talk about property sectors in here as a whole, pandemic hit all sectors really, really hard. Not only property sectors, but all sectors in the market. But then how can you emphasize that there are other good sentiments in the property sectors? Do you think that there are other positive sentiments for property sector?
For property sector, I think we have a downtrend. Property has been downtrend for like 5 years, or about 5 years, right? And I think right now it's traded at low valuation and also fundamentally good. And there's other stimulus which give a positive catalyst to property sector, and also the demand of housing is really increasing right now. I think it will boost the property sector and also the stocks, property stocks. The pre-sales of Summarecon Agung and also Ciputra and also BSDE has increased over year, and the stock still plummeted. I think it's a good sign to buy
it's
for
really
the property
interesting.
sector.
If it's really interesting you put it that way. So your recommendations in property stock, better hold it or buy it?
For right now, I think we can put buy. Fundamentally, we can recommend buy for the property sector, but looking at our GCI and also other regional and global indexes, I think we need to wait. I think wait and see, and looking for a good market environment to re-entry, or you can buy on weakness, if we say it in technically,
All right, sir. Thank you for your recommendations, and thank you for your explanations. It really helps us for the investors to go down with the property sectors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Laura.
Have a nice evening. And viewers, stay tuned with us, because market headlines will be right back after this quick break.